The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. Chicago. Ask someone to picture the city, and they will have trouble coming up with a concise description. When people think of New York City, they think of skyscrapers, subways, and muggers. When they think of Los Angeles, they think of sun, smog, and traffic. When they think of Detroit, they think of cars, factories, and decay. But for those of us that know, there's only one thing we think of when someone mentions Chicago: vampires. And tonight, we tell their story. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to McStabber Studios' Windy City After Dark Season 5 premiere. I am, of course, the storyteller, Shanky McStabber.
And I am Relyn Dare, also known as Mama McStabber in Twitch chat, and tonight I'll be playing Jacqueline Duron, Clan Ventrue.
Good evening, I am the Ivy Raven, and I play Genevieve Schutz of Clan Gangrel.
Hello, everyone. I'm Urian, and I'll be playing Roscoe Akers, Clan Tremere.
My name's Brad, Timber Brad 411 in chat, and I'll be playing Nicholas Bowens of Clan Hecata.
I'm Gavin, and I play Lamar Cade of Clan La Sombra.
And I'd like to thank everyone for coming out to the Season 5 premiere. Some interesting things happened in the off-season, as you can tell, for those that watched the intermissions. For those that didn't, go watch the intermissions, because it sets the scenes for some of what we have. Of course, we have one additional player who will be joining us next week. She is not here this week, but it's understandable. It was a pre-planned absence, so it works well with the story anyway. So, it's been just 2-3 weeks since Jackie heard there was going to be a shakeup of the council, but there hasn't actually been any official word yet, which is odd. But Jackie has a meeting she has to attend because she needs to speak with Prince Jackson about Isabella joining the coterie. Now, for this meeting, Jackson has actually asked Jackie to meet him at Red Number 5 tonight.
Okay.
So, as Jackie heads to Red Number 5, when she gets there, of course, it's a busy night. There's a line outside, but you are remembered from last time. And the doorman eyeballs you again. It's been a while.
It has. I'm a very busy lady. How are you doing?
Busy night.
Hmm.
He looks down the list. A couple of posers in the list not going to make it in, I can tell you that. But what else is new, right?
Excellent. Excellent. I am here to see Mr. Jackson tonight.
Well, Stedman's going to be disappointed, but
I'll be
Bennett,
happy
but,
to
you know,
say
Mr.
hello to
Stedman.
him.
But yeah, go on in.
Thank you.
He's already in there. He's I don't know where, but
Did
I know
you
he's
get
in
any
there.
new work done? The last time I saw the other art.
Well, no, because there's no room left.
Oh.
I mean, unless I start tattooing this.
Oh no! Don't do that, darling.
See?
It's far too beautiful.
That's what Azule told me. Don't mess this up. So
Excellent. Well, you have a good night.
now you too. And as you go into place, yeah, it's busy. The main floor, of course, has hip hop going on, but it's dance hip hop. It's not,
Mhm.
It's definitely got a nice beat to it. And when you come in, you're not even in the place a minute before you see Stedman making a beeline over.
And I just flash him $1 million smile and say, Stedman.
And he's wearing tonight he's got a dark blue suit on, but not like business suit, because it's got some sort of, not sequins, but the material you think might actually be satin tonight. It really does have some reflections from the lights. And he comes over. Jacqueline, right?
Yes.
I see you don't have your crew with you tonight.
Not tonight. Tonight I am meeting Mr. Jackson.
Oh, well, damn. I'm not going to keep you.
That's okay.
He's in the back room,
Okay.
normal
Excellent.
place.
Well, maybe I will catch you on my way out.
I mean, I'm here.
Excellent.
It's a busy night.
Mhm.
And he looks over. And I think those two ladies over there are going to be dancing with me in a minute.
And I look over. Shame I have other business to attend. Otherwise, I'd dance with them tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they got that look of that touristy vibe, which means, perfect chance.
Exactly. Well, thank you, Stedman, and you have a good evening.
You too. And as you depart, you head back to the back. Now, once again, when you get in the back, it's a lot dimmer.
Mhm.
It's a lot quieter. Good sound insulation back there. And when you go back there, you see Jackson sitting in a corner booth. There's a woman you don't recognize in there. Well, you do recognize her from Elysia, but you haven't really had a chance to talk with her. African-American woman, early 20s, maybe mid-20s, or mid-20s to late 20s, actually. You know her name is Naomi Stewart, but you haven't had a chance to talk with her. She's actually sitting at the other bar, speaking with another African-American woman you don't actually recognize. But they're having a private talk. Other than that, there's no other kindred in there. I mean, the room has a number of people that seem to be conducting business, but you don't recognize any kindred. But when you come in the room, of course, Jackson waits for you to walk over. And when you get close, he actually stands up. Jacqueline,
Mr. Jackson.
please have a seat.
And she does.
And once you sit down, he actually sits down too. Sorry you had to meet here with me. I had some other business. But you said it was kind of something important, so
Indeed.
figured we'd work it in here.
I appreciate you making time for this.
Well, I mean,
I know you are very busy.
you don't come asking to meet with me often, that's for sure.
I try not to be high maintenance. Someone you are aware of from a few years back, Isabella Caputo.
Hmm.
She was here from Florence for the convention.
Yeah, yep. That, as I recall, she's Toreador
Yes.
and a bit connected.
Yes. Well, she and I actually are old friends.
Why am I not surprised?
I'm a well-traveled woman. So, she actually has, after establishing herself in Milwaukee, decided that she would rather reside in Chicago proper. However, I would like to request that she be assigned to my group of associates,
Well,
as I believe that it would be better for her to have some support.
and he actually taps his hand on the desk or the table for a second as he's thinking. I mean, she's already allowed to come and go in the city, of course.
Of course.
Why is she wanting to leave Milwaukee? If you don't mind sharing it.
And she leans forward and she says, "You know Decca's crazy as shit."
Yeah. Yeah, he's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And if he doesn't watch himself, homeboy's not going to make it out of there, I can tell you that. But
yeah, so needless to say, he rubbed her the wrong way, she rubbed him the wrong way, and she just wants to get out.
now, I don't really have much say in who's your coterie. That's up to you.
Of
That's
course.
all your call. But what I will tell you is, what you're asking is for me to extend the protection of the domain.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Minor boon.
Not a problem.
Good. So, while you're here, though, do you, I'm sure you've heard the rumors about the council.
Oh, of course.
Who do you think I should put in the empty seats?
Well, let's look at what you have to work with.
Well, let's start it easy. Malkavian. Son didn't show back up. We don't know what happened to him, and so I've got to have that spot filled.
I have no idea. Truthfully.
Okay. You've heard about Rosa.
Oh, of course. That was just a matter of time.
Well, I've got a replacement for that situation.
Mm-hmm.
But here's an interesting one. Khaled has stepped down.
Really?
Yeah. Kind of a shock to me. Shock to most of us. He's put forth some names. I want to know where you feel on that.
What names did he put forth?
Well, I'm not going to bring that up.
Well, please, I have far more dealings with Nosferatu than I do Malkavians. I can give you some honest opinions.
Well, he suggested Cedric, of all people. But then I have others telling me Wineka.
Wineka will never do it.
Well, you say that.
Wineka will not leave his tent city.
Now you say that too.
Well, I'm not going to say he'll never, but he... That would not best serve. That would be underutilizing Wineka's capabilities.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to get your input on it. I like to hear from various people.
However, Cedric, I think, would be a good one.
Yeah. He keeps to himself most of the time. I haven't decided. Or maybe I have.
I'm sure you have. You are just asking my opinions to see if I'm aligned or not.
No, I'm asking your opinions to see how smart you are. See what you figure out on your own. Just curious on that one.
Hmm.
And if you were me, would you reinstate a Ventru Primogen? We had one under Loden.
Yes, we did. At least from what I hear, I came after his fall. I would. I will be quite frank with you. It is difficult to only have a Sensual as a point of contact for clan matters.
Especially one I've forbidden our clan from working with.
Exactly.
I get you. You're not the only one who has that opinion. I've heard it from a few in the city at this point. It's a tough decision for that one.
I'm sure it is. Again, what are you working with?
Could put Ballard back.
You could.
I get the feeling that wouldn't be a very popular choice, but then again, I don't rule on popularity.
He's not a very popular guy. But
No, he's not. But he's damn good.
he is. I've had the pleasure of doing business with him. I have seen him firsthand and know what he's capable of to some extent. He is intelligent and cunning, and I'm not sure... I'm not sure if he could set aside his personal interests for clan interests, though.
He has in the past.
Has he?
Oh, yeah.
That was before I arrived.
Well, it was. He did a good job. Until he got replaced by Capone. But, that's water under the bridge with that one. Well, I just like to hear your opinions on these. I like to talk to people when I get a chance. Especially when, I get them one-on-one.
Of course. I am at your leisure. Anytime you wish a one-on-one with me, I'll be happy to speak with you.
You all have been keeping your nose clean. That's good. Keep doing it.
Of course.
I might forget one day what happened.
Of course.
You all are making progress towards it. He actually looks down at his watch. But I've got to speak with Naomi over there, so it's been nice talking with you tonight.
Of course. You have a lovely evening.
You as well.
She nods her head, gets up, and walks away.
And as you're walking away, Naomi actually looks at you and she kind of gives you an eye up and down and then does just a slight nod at you.
And Jackie just gives her a pleasant smile.
And you see her heading over to
And
set with Prince Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And what does Jackie do after she leaves there? Do you go find Stedman or Bennett Stedman on the dance floor?
Actually, yes.
He has definitely got the two tourist women.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely have that tourist feel to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he has got one on each arm as he's out there on the dance floor.
And I say, got room for one more?
There's always room for more ladies. Come on in, bring it in.
And she will dance with the three of them.
And you dance quite a bit and enjoy the time at a busy night. But the same night, Lamar, Aisha has dropped off a message that you need to come see Khadijah in her penthouse again. Now, for someone saying that she wanted to keep it low key, she's inviting you to that penthouse a little bit more than you expect.
Which is why he's going to take his time getting ready for the evening. And then he will show up maybe a couple hours after that summons, that way, just in case anybody, is watching the place for any reason or watching him. Doesn't look like he's beelining over there as soon as he gets the message.
Okay. Now, wits awareness as you're heading over, just to see if you're, out of an abundance of caution. But it's a quiet night as you head over. You're not sure why she wants to meet you. Aisha didn't even tell you why she wanted to meet you. She's just like, you need to go see her. One success. You going to willpower that one?
Yes.
Way to start off the season.
Right.
Great open to the season, everybody. One success. We're going to figure out who gets the curse this season. Last season, it was Jackie. She got the curse hard. So, 2 successes. Hey, you're pretty sure you're not being followed? At least you think you're not.
And I'll make my way to the, I'll take the scenic route to the
4 Seasons?
The 4 Seasons.
Yep. Now, when you get there, once you get up to the front, the guy at the front door obviously has been told to expect you, because as soon as you come up, he immediately looks at you. Going up. There's a guy waiting by the penthouse. And as you get to the penthouse, there's one of the concierge waiting there. And he actually unlocks the penthouse door for you so that you can ride up in the elevator. And during this long, slow ride, you're up in there by yourself until it reaches the top floor of the whole penthouse suite. And when the door opens, you're met with classical music. And Khadijah lounging in a chair. She's wearing loose-fitting pants, loose-fitting blouse. Obviously of high-quality silk as she's sitting there.
I will step off the elevator and make my way over.
Yeah. Have a seat.
I have a seat across from her where I can see her.
Have you heard the latest development in the city?
I hear there's going to be a shakeup sooner than later.
Yes. I am to be the new primogen for the Banu Hakim.
Congratulations. Must be nice.
It is, but it comes with it a little bit more visibility than I would like. Which is why I've called you here. I need you to look out for some people for me.
We talking follow some people or look
Watch
into
for
them?
signs of them.
Right?
They call themselves the Shepherds.
Shepherds.
Recently, when one of our older members woke up, I'm sure you've heard there was a split, which is why we are the Banu Hakim, instead of the Assamites, as we were once called.
Yeah. So these shepherds, are they the other guys?
That is correct. They have a stated mission to eliminate all of the blood who are, well, they say not faithful, that are heretics. I say the ones who are smart.
Well, if there's anything I understand, it's getting off a burning boat before you end up on fire, so to speak. So you think they're coming after you?
They will. I would like you to keep your ears open. If you hear of any rumors, well, to be fair, of other Banu, keep an eye on them and let me know.
All right, I can do that. Do you already know? I mean, you already know the members of your clan that are here in the city.
Of course.
That you can expect to be on your side. So maybe if I get a few of those names, I can be on the lookout for anybody else that shows up.
Well, I will get that list to you. Nature will bring it.
Good.
But it would be a newcomer, for sure. And they probably would not announce themselves to me at all. I have even heard they have some affiliation outside the city. I have not heard for sure where. Gary, Milwaukee, somewhere like that.
Definitely a good place to touch down if they're trying to stay under the radar, but I've got some other sources I can check while I'm at it.
Exactly. That's the important thing. H is going to look out, but as she's known to be my assistant, it'll be closed to her, things that you may find out.
As for our meeting, should those be a little bit further apart, or should we start meeting somewhere else? Because, I mean, the more I come here.
Well, you would be amazed. There's not that many Banu here. It seems I'm to meet with Gangrel. I'm to meet with Lasombra. And I'm to help bring their interests. Marcel is still going to represent the thin bloods and Kaitif of the city.
Now watch out for that guy. He's
a snake.
Yep.
I'm used to their types. I've dealt with them many times. I know how to deal with him.
All right. Well, you've got that end locked up. I'll keep looking in from my end, and if I find anything, I'll let Aicha know so we can get that to you.
If you find for sure what they are, kill them.
And as much as I love that idea, as long as they don't introduce themselves to Jackson, that's a good. I can work with that. But just going around whacking people in his city, kind of there's not a whole lot of tolerance for that. So I'd have to be very.
If they are here and I don't know of them, they've already broken traditions. Punishment should be met upon them.
All right.
If you find for sure what they are, destroy them. Let me handle the fallout. I'm sure we understand each other.
We understand each other.
Perfect. Well, I'm glad we could have a talk. And remember, if you need anything, you do have the stone.
I do, and I might be calling on you for that in the near future. There's some trying to expand my repertoire, so to speak, in a lot of ways, not just politically, but also in terms of how to mete out justice to those who deserve it. So
that's the important thing I've found already in my time in this city. There's too many who, let's just say they're a little bit too loose with their interpretations of things.
Yeah.
Like, the traditions say those who do not announce themselves do not get the protections. A lot of that has gone on in this city.
Only one place for those people to go, camp, fuck around and find out.
Exactly. I like that one. I'll have to mention that one to Aisha. She may wonder about that.
Let me know if she likes it.
I will. And she actually stands up and extends her hand to you. You have a good night, Lamar.
I extend my hand. You too, Primogen.
And she nods to you, and as you exit the place, you can see she's actually picked up a phone and is talking to somebody on the phone as you're leaving. Though you can't quite catch, oddly enough, you can't catch any words at all being said. It's almost like the moment you left the main room she was standing in, you couldn't hear a thing beyond it, other than the music.
I will get back on the elevator and head on back downstairs.
And as you're heading down, when you get on the elevator, Aisha's in there.
My other favorite person. How's it going?
She on the phone again?
Yep.
Okay, I'll ride down with you and then I'll come back up, give her a chance to talk on the phone. She closes the button. So, and she leans back against the elevator wall. What's going on with you?
Another night in paradise. You know how it is.
Oh yeah, I know something. She wouldn't tell me what, but she's been on edge lately, so. So, if she's like in charge now, what's that make me? Do I get to be in charge by proxy? She's not been real specific.
You know what? I think you should let her set the terms on that, just to be on the safe side. But you know what? Being in charge is not all it's cracked up to be. Sometimes it's nice to have someone in charge while you're safely out of the limelight.
Oh, I know. Trust me.
Cool shit gets.
If I was in charge, I wouldn't get to go to the clubs. I wouldn't get to go to the parties. And I do have that orgy tomorrow night.
An orgy?
Well, yeah, right. I'm supplying the The party favors.
See, you need you need one of those T-shirts that says "Come to the shadows, we do cool shit."
I mean, look, I've scored some really high quality X that they go over well with these things. Okay.
Now, what kind of people are at this orgy? Are we talking like, is this a trap house orgy or is this one of those bacchanalia balls up?
I don't even pay attention. There's a reason. I'll fill you in another time. If things go the way I plan, I'm hoping to get invited to something even more exclusive. Something, well, from what I understand of your past, you might enjoy.
Oh, what's that?
It's. She leans forward. You ever been to a blood rave? I've heard there's one in the city.
Shitting me.
I've heard. That's what I'm trying to run it down.
Careful at that sort of thing, because that's I don't think the locals would take kindly to that if they knew about it. And
Why
by
not?
not take kindly, they probably burn the place down.
Why do you think I'm trying to find it?
I like wheels within wheels with you. I love it. I love it.
So, trust me, when I find it, I'll give you an invite. You come with me. My +1.
Wonderful. I'll be there.
I don't know where it is, and I don't know how they've kept it secret. But damn it, I'm going to find it.
I mean, they've got someone turning a blind eye. They got someone on the inside.
Got to. And the way I figure, one thing Khadijah's taught me is find the leverage points in the city. So find out who's running this thing and leverage. I'm learning.
Yeah. You are learning, and you're learning well, and I dig it. So when you find it, you let me know and I will back you up.
Perfect. Yeah, well, we're on the ground floor. I got to go back up and talk to her. You weren't the only one I had to send messages to tonight, so I'm messenger girl.
Hey, at least you know what's going on. At least you have a better idea what's going on than most, but watch her back. She's going to need that coming up.
Oh, I know. She's given me some hints as to told me watch for any strange people coming up trying to get close to me.
Yeah.
She don't seem to grasp the fact that, when you're dealing, everyone tries to get close to you. But she's never understood that side of the business, so. You have a good one.
You too. I'll see you around.
And as you go to leave, you do notice that, as you're leaving the elevator, she does seem to have a little bit of a twitch to her hand, where she's been doing a real good job at hiding the fact you make her nervous as fuck. But she's still not at ease around you. And you step out into the night.
And I will head to my car and I will get in and make I'll head for the club.
Okay, you head into the club. Now, we got to flash over to Roscoe. Your shop. It's closing time, isn't it?
Yep.
But good
Yeah,
old
it is.
Samantha is there tonight. This time without her friend. And she's been hanging around the whole time waiting for you to close up.
Well, good evening. The closing bell's about to ring.
I've been meaning to ask you about this. How come some nights you're open late, some nights you're not? Some nights I come here and someone else is running the shop. Where do you go all these nights?
I have to go all over the city to procure all these wonderful books. I know. I notice you look over the goods a lot, but you never close the deal.
And she leans in closer. Well, I'm looking for something in particular. It's like a book speaks to you. When you find the right book, it calls out to you, and I'm just waiting for it to call out to me, you might say.
Okay. Speaking of calling out, someone noticed you weren't quite happy with my visitor the other week touching some of my books.
Yeah, but Alyssa was like that. She gets all catty and, I told her it's a store. People come in all the time, but she gets like that. Can I ask you something, Roscoe?
Sure. Ask away.
You ever like to go out and just get a coffee one night?
You know what? I'd love that.
Well, I wouldn't say wait,
Why
wait,
not?
wait, back up,
Why
back up,
not you?
wait, back up.
I would like to go out and have a coffee with you, Samantha.
Oh, and she gets this big grin on her face. Great. Friday?
I'll check my schedule, but I'm pretty sure I'm free.
I'll come by tomorrow and ask.
Sounds good.
You close same time tomorrow?
Maybe.
Here we go again. You're so mysterious. I'm going to figure this all out. Trust me, I'm going to figure out what's going on here at some point. And she actually drags her nail across your top of your counter. Just kind of drags her nail across it. I'm going to figure this out.
Well, let's make sure it's an adventure.
And she gets a smile on her face, and you actually see her blush a little bit as she, I'll see you tomorrow then. And she kind of backs up, almost stumbles over a set of books as she goes to leave the place. And as soon as she gets through the door, she bolts for it. Just takes a run. But it's closing time. And you have a meeting you're supposed to be at, aren't you? That's why you're closing now.
That's right.
Because Jackie, fresh out of the red number 5, dancing with Bennett Stedman and some girls, has a meeting to come as well. Remember, this is wintertime, everybody. You know what that means. It gets dark early and it gets daylight late. You get some long nights right now. So, Jenny, what was your plan to get Nicholas to the club? Are you taking Nicholas? Is Nicholas bringing themselves to the club? How is this going to work?
I was going to bring Nicholas. If he wants to bring his +1, he's more than welcome. But that's his call. So I was going to just pick him up at whatever hotel accommodations I'd put him up at, because he's doing me a solid. So I've graciously paid his way through Chicago. So,
and I imagine Nicholas would absolutely bring Matthew along, just to sort of introduce him.
Okay. So the rest of the coteries gathered at the club as Jenny and Nicholas are coming in. I'm going to give Jackie and Roscoe and Lamar a chance to talk a second before Jenny and Nicholas can enter when they're ready. I'm pretty sure Jenny would make sure you do not bring Matthew straight to the conference room until after at least the basic introductions are done, because, well, having a kind just wander in would be a problem.
No. I would imagine, if nothing else, when he kind of has an idea of where they're going, he would just kind of suggest that Matthew enjoy the club for fun while he kind of figures out what's going on.
Okay. So I turn the scene over to Jackie, Roscoe, and Lamar. Jenny and Nicholas can enter when they're ready.
Oh, hello, everyone.
Good evening.
Evening.
Jackie, I just came from my shop. You're not gonna believe what just happened.
Well, you're all smiles, so I imagine something good.
Well, the jealous young lady.
Yes.
Apparently, I have a date with her tomorrow.
The experiment?
She came in and was kind of fumbling over some words, and she talking about coffees, and it's like, well, let's go get some coffee. Yes, you. And that kind of caught her a little off guard, but she said, yeah, and I guess we're gonna have a date tomorrow. See what's going on behind that.
Yes. Be very analytical of her behavior. I have quite the experience with people getting enamored and veering off into obsession. So, just be mindful of her behavior. It may be genuine, or she may be one of those that has become obsessed with the fascination.
I feel there's something else going on. She's asking a lot of questions.
What kind of questions?
I mean, there's sorts of things that can feed into obsession. Like, well, I noticed that you're not here always regular hours, and where do you go, and what are you doing when you're not here?
Oh, she's stalking you.
Well, before you slip the bookmark between the pages, make sure you check all the chapters.
Don't stick your fangs in crazy.
You have to once in a while.
Well, I mean, granted, but yeah, holy shit. What is her name?
Samantha. I don't have a last name.
Find it out for me.
Okay.
I will get you everything I can on her.
That would be really appreciated.
Yes.
And if she becomes a problem, let us know so we can handle that.
Understood.
There's a knock on the door, and then shortly after, the door opens and Genevieve comes in. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Jenny.
Nicholas, come on.
And Nicholas will walk in and completely like deadpan look on his face. Looks very much not dressed for a club. Just kind of looks around.
Is this your friend from Vegas?
Yes, this is my friend from Vegas, Mr. Bowens. This is the assorted masses of Chicago. No, I kid. My friend, Mr. Rond, Mr. Akers, and Mr. Cade, and Genevieve kind of gestures at each of them in turn. And
Nicholas kind of like lingers on Jackie for a second. Like he's trying to place if he's seen you before. But then kind of moves on. So once Jenny says Akers, because that name definitely rings a bell to him, he kind of goes away, but there's definitely the feeling that he's trying to place why you look familiar. Mr. Akers, I've heard a lot.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I apologize for being so formal with all of you. No, I informed my friend here, Nicholas, of the favor I wanted him to help Roscoe with. And I also praised him of the situation of Chicago, which I still wonder why the fuck I came back here. But, whatever.
You should have got out while you could.
Don't tempt me. There's always enough fuel in the jet. So no. Of course, Nicholas was excited to look into this matter with Roscoe. So
I hear you have bodies.
He's also not very good with words.
I was saying, let's get right
say.
to business on that. Now, Nick, is it Nicholas? Which do you prefer?
Nicholas is fine.
Okay.
Just don't call him Mr. Bowen, because that was his dad. I'm sorry. I had to spend the flight with him, and he's literally just like, I'm like, stop staring. He's like, so.
The entire time he's staring.
Yeah. He'll warm up to you, maybe. Look, if you say the magic word, he lights up like a Christmas tree. So
dead body.
Magic. That must have been it.
That's the magic word?
Yes. Okay. Well, I am Jacqueline.
Generally, Genevieve only wants to talk to me when there's somebody to scrape off the floor.
You know what? Next time I'll just dump him in the desert and you have to lecture me again. So,
Well, I mean, things have to be done the right way.
Man after my own heart.
So yes, there's that situation out at the place.
Yes, they're not so much bodies, but what's left after some time. But I'm sure you're familiar with skeletons.
Very familiar. Definitely interested in, from what Genevieve has told me, it seems something hopefully I'll be able to assist you with.
I very much will appreciate the help with that. It's very much a mystery to me. What's your area of specialty?
Dead people. Like deader than us.
Oh, okay. Well, these are definitely deader than us. So you'll probably have a great time with them.
Do you work with ghosts as well?
Kind of like leans his head down. I'm familiar with them.
Now, when you said that, Jackie, everybody in the conference room actually briefly heard woman's laughter. You recognize the voice, of course, Nicholas.
Allow me to introduce my better half. That is my sister.
Wait, you brought one of them. You brought one in here with you. That's a yes or no question.
Yes.
he seems nice.
She's not a problem.
But
Yeah, not.
look,
She's my sister, my twin sister. She's not a problem.
Until she wants to push one of us into a lake or drop like a concrete barrel on her head or something.
I heard about that.
What didn't you tell him, Jenny? Just curious.
No. I needed him to understand the events that led up to us finding the death pit that he is really interested in seeing. So besides, this also breaks it keeps us from any of the awkward icebreakers like we're having right now. Not all my plans are perfect. Don't get me wrong. This is more why I'm a businesswoman, not a the words escape me. Like
social butterfly.
No, this is fine. This is fine. Truly, this is fine.
Oh, this is very fine.
I understand that we are new to each other, so I understand my word means nothing to you. But for what it is worth, you have my word. She's fine. If she's not fine, then I'll take responsibility for that.
Now, when he said she's fine, just for a brief second, both Jackie and Roscoe, hottest damn thing, just briefly, you caught what looked like long black hair out of the corner of your eye. Some woman with long black hair out of the corner of your eye, just briefly. Now, you, of course, know that would be your sense the unseen has picked up a spirit.
She typically only likes to remind me that she's there.
Does she accompany you all the time or just on occasion when it suits her?
She's with me always. But more often than not is not forward. But I figure if I'm to be helping you, it's important to be honest up front. Because as much as I would like to, I cannot control when she decides to show up.
I sincerely appreciate your candor.
As do I.
I only asked because if by chance you are in not a rush to go back to Vegas after concluding with Roscoe, I may have something that I would like your assistance with.
If I'm able to help, I'd be more than willing to try. I know.
One of our holdings here in this domain is haunted.
Oh, that shouldn't be a problem.
So, that is why I brought it up. But again, I am Jacqueline. You do not have to call me Mr. Rond. If we become friends, you may call me Jackie. But
Please, Nicholas looks over at Genevieve. Mr. Bowens. Any of those are fine. But if you hear me speaking to an Izzy, that is my sister.
okay, that's going to be hilarious. Everyone, a friend of mine is joining us very soon. She's settling some matters with her final arrangements for transferring her personal effects from Milwaukee to here. My friend Isabella is coming to join us. I spoke with the prince this evening and secured that she would be able to have part in the domain as well with us.
So for like a split second, when you say the full name Isabella, Nicholas closes his eyes, and it's like he doesn't hear the name that often completely, because he's just always referred to her as Izzy. So hearing the full name, it just catches him off guard for like a split second.
So it will be hilarious when you're speaking to your sister and she thinks you're speaking to her.
Oh, yes. She's going to have fun with that.
Oh, she has a good sense of humor.
So this new friend of yours, another esteemed venture, or
No, she's actually a Toreador.
oh, another Toreador. All right.
Yeah, she's actually a Toreador. One I met many years ago in Italy.
So now we've got the French and the Italian.
Damn straight.
All right.
For
Like a-
what it's worth, I'm also Italian.
Okay, good to know. Well, Mr. Nicholas, I know.
Please, if it's Nicholas, you don't have to use the Mister. Looks over at Jenny. It's a joke.
I know. See, I told him he needed a sense of humor for Chicago, and he's working on it. I love it. It's fabulous.
Are you settled? Do you have a place to stay?
Genevieve has been gracious in getting us started, but depending on if we are here long, I'm sure. Oh, I did bring a friend who is currently enjoying the club. I didn't want to spring too much on you. Looks over at Lamar. We've been together for several years. He's my friend.
friends
Understood.
are nice.
Understood.
There's a knock at the conference room door.
Yes.
Etienne pokes his head. Sorry to interrupt. I know you all haven't gotten together. Jackie, there is Miss Naomi Stewart asking to see you. Well, she asked if you were here, and I said I'd find out, but it's obvious she wants to see you.
Yes, escort her to one of the private rooms.
Yes, ma'am. I'll let you know once I get her in one of the rooms.
I'll be out in just a moment, so...
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
And he closes the door behind him.
Well, that is one of the esteemed Ventru in the city. Had an interesting conversation with Kevin this evening. But that's neither here nor there. And, oh, saw your friend, Stedman. Lamar.
Keep meaning to head on over there, but been a little busy lately, so maybe I'll
Yes.
stop by.
Yes. He's as
everything's
charming as
still good
ever. So, please excuse me while I go speak with Miss Stewart. I will return as soon as I can.
Pleasure to meet you, Jacqueline.
The pleasure was mine, Nicholas.
And as Jackie steps out of the room, does the remaining members of the coterie want to have a brief scene while she's gone? Or do you just kind of sit around in uncomfortable silence staring at Nicholas?
Well, no. I'm gonna say, welcome back, Jenny, and welcome to Chicago, Nicholas.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Mr.
Roscoe.
Akers.
Genevieve actually punches Nicholas on the arm. Like, see, you made a joke. Good job. I knew you could do it. He said he couldn't make jokes. He was, yeah. But don't call her Jackie. You're not a friend yet.
Seen her somewhere, and I don't know where.
Well, you'll see her around. I mean, she's not going anywhere. She's an establishment in Chicago, so. Wait, that sounds weird.
Interesting.
I didn't say that. And at that awkward comment, Genevieve slips out the door.
And flashing over to Jackie, as you come into the conference room, let me share you an image of who you're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
In the proper light, you realize she's not as young as she appeared in the dark room of red number 5.
Mm-hmm.
You would actually place her well preserved, but she's got the little telltale signs at the corner of her eyes of maybe early to mid 40s.
Mm-hmm.
And African-American woman, long hair. She's actually dressed in a suit.
Mm.
And when you come in, she's been standing basically just looking around the room. And as you walk in, she turns to look at you. Ah, Jacqueline Durand.
Naomi Stewart.
I've seen you in Elysia a few times. We've never talked. Actually, the proper term will be Primogen Naomi Stewart.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's not been announced yet, but I'm getting, as they say, hit the ground running.
Absolutely.
I've come to check in and to see how you're doing and to give you a way to contact me if you need.
Thank you.
Are you aware of the Stuart Freeman Academy?
I actually am.
You can leave a message there for me. And if you leave the message there, I will get back to you as soon as I can.
Thank you. I will do such.
Well, good. That's what I'm telling everybody right now. I know vaguely of what you do. You have your seem to have ties to the escort service in the area, and you have a cabaret as well.
Yes.
Any other major interests I should be aware of to make sure that, let's just say that no one is stepping on each other's toes?
Yes. I am in a partnership of sorts with my childer, Abigail Roll. She has a social work organization where she helps those who have been victims of trafficking and sexual assault.
I know of her.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
She sent a few people my way.
Yes, she has. Oftentimes, with the work I do, I get people that have been victimized. And they either wish to empower themselves by doing the work they know, or they wish to get out. And when they wish to get out, I refer them to my child, and she places them in appropriate, safe employment and gives them the resources that they need. So that is basically what my interests lie in. I have interests in upscale adult entertainment and also some humanitarian work.
Well, as you obviously know, I run my academy that
Yes.
we've reopened the doors to all genders, of course. But the primary focus is still to enable women as ways to even out the playing field, to get a chance to get the education they deserve, to get a chance to get placement they deserve, to get a chance to be something in the city.
I have done my homework on your establishment. I like to know where people are being sent to ensure that they get what they need.
And I've done my homework on your people as well. It seems you have friends of yours that have interest in the South Side.
Indeed.
I do as well. And you might want to warn them, stay away from my school and my people.
Absolutely. Of course.
Just as a friendly heads up.
Of course.
Well, I've got multiple meetings tonight, but I just wanted to swing by and touch base. Matter of fact, my next meeting is with your child. I've got to go see Abigail next.
Of course.
It's a busy night. While I'm here,
Yes.
Jackson has announced in 2 days, Elysium.
Excellent location.
Chicago Museum of Art.
Okay.
Everyone is to report that. He seems to like that place. All the members of the city. So since I've got you, I can let you know.
Yes.
Right now. You can tell your friends if you wish. Otherwise, I'm sure somebody will be by to notify.
Yes.
I'm not sure who he'll send, but I'm sure he'll send somebody. It might even be Sovereign of all people. If I was doing it, I'd send Ballard.
Oh, Naomi, it's going to be a pleasure working with you.
Yeah. It's about time that the old boys get a little bit of shake-up.
Absolutely.
And no offense to you, Miss Durand, but let's just say that Primogen Council has been awful light-skinned for a long damn time, and it's about fucking time.
I actually agree with you.
It's about time. So I will see you, well, soon, I'm sure.
Of course. Please, allow me to escort you out.
Okay. And she lets you escort her out. And I think right here actually is a great place to go to break so that Jackie can come back and tell the coterie, if she chooses to, what just happened. Where did Jenny go, though, when Jenny left the room? Did Jenny go out onto the floor?
No, Genevieve basically was just kind of escaping for a minute to kind of hang out on the railing or whatever, since the conferences are on the upper area. So she's just kind of up there hanging out. So
you actually see Jackie escorting out. You've never met this individual. You don't even know who she is, but you can assume it's Miss Naomi Stewart based on what Etienne said when he let her know. You see her escorting her out of the club. And this is where we're going to go to break, everybody. I hope you're enjoying our season 5 premiere. See you after this, new break with new people.
Allow me to introduce myself, though I fear you've heard my name, that you've heard the story of Countess Bathory. History is told by the victors, heroic warriors, and mad kings Will you hear my story from the lips of Bathory? They call me blood-sucking demon, queen of hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins, youthful, the blood countess. Who is she really? Who is she really? Blood countess. Who is she really? Isabella Caputo. I was very wealthy and powerful, a widow with political rivals keen to destroy me and take my property. My plea was never offered. All my confessors were all tortured, or how they destroyed me for my property. They put me up, shut me up, shut me up, put me up, put me up, shut me up, and told a story of a bitch called Bathory, blood-sucking demon, queen of hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins, youthful, the blood countess. Who is she really? Who is she really? Blood countess. Who is she really? Isabella Caputo. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. I've always been the hunter, nothing on my tail. But there was something in you I knew could make that change. To capture a predator, you can't remain the prey. You have to become an equal in every way. So look in the mirror and tell me, who do you see? Is it still you? Or is it me? Become the beast. We don't have to hide. Do I terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. So embrace the darkness, and I will help you see that you can be limitless and fearless if you follow me. We are the lions in a world of lies. We are the predators, the hunters, the hunters, the hunters. Become the beast. We don't have to hide. Do I terrify you? Do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin to burrow within. Do you burrow within? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive?
Welcome back, everybody. Before the break, well, the coterie had a busy night. Jackie met with Prince Jackson. Lamar met with Imogen Khadijah. Roscoe apparently got a date lined up with Samantha. And then the coterie had a little gathering to introduce Nicholas. And Jackie got told she now has a primogen. So we're going to actually pick up right after Jackie has escorted Naomi Stewart out of the building and is returning upstairs to the coterie. Now, Jenny, you were over the railing when you see Jackie heading back up. Do you head that way as well?
No, Genevieve's going to just kind of head back into the conference room if she's coming back this way. So
Okay. I turn it over to the players.
Miss Jackie walks in. Forgive me. Miss Stewart is my new primogen.
Congratulations.
That is a good thing, right?
That is a good thing. I no longer have to go through Alan to deal with clan matters. So it's excellent. There is going to be tonight an official announcement at the Chicago Museum of Art. Naomi told me. I figure I'd let you all know. Also, those who have interest in Southside, Miss Stewart also has some interest in Southside. She runs a school there, the Stuart Freeman Academy. If you are unfamiliar with this organization, it is one that helps. Well, in recent years, it has opened its doors to all genders, but initially it was started to help women who were underprivileged and in distress get the education that they need to make something of themselves. I have personally, through certain endeavors that I have partnerships with, sent people to this school. It is very good. It is a good thing in Southside. Do not touch it or her people.
Will not touch. I wasn't even going to look at them. So,
All right, fair enough.
My interests are purely monetary, and in a way,
Her students likely will be interested in your endeavors there, Jenny.
Perfect. But I'm saying I'm not going to seek them out. I'm not a drug dealer unless you consider calories a drug. But you know what? That's not my problem.
Yes, so that is all. She gave me the warning because she knows that we have some things going on in Southside, and so she just gave me that warning, and I wanted to pass it along to let you know to not touch that area.
All right, got it.
Thank you.
So, what is the coterie doing now? I know Nicholas and Roscoe and Jenny and Lamar wanted to talk. Is Jackie hanging out, or has Jackie got other business to attend?
Is there anything else you all need of me this evening? No?
I don't believe so from my front, so.
No.
Roscoe,
Yes.
can you make sure, you and Jenny make sure that Nicholas gets the sat phone?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you for the reminder.
Yes, of course. I will be heading out. I'm actually heading to my cabaret for the evening, and then I have some other personal matters to take care of.
New Orleans.
Yes, I used to reside there.
Just trying to figure out why I knew you.
I don't
we can
recall
talk about
you.
that some other time.
We will, because I don't recall you. And she will turn and walk out the door.
Jackie heads off, taking Etienne and Peter with her. And I turn this over to the remainder of the coterie while Jackie heads to her cabaret.
Okay. So as the facilitator of our mutual thing here with Nicholas and Roscoe and Lamar, I did want to ask that I be kind of kept in the loop, only in so much as you two mentioned there were wild animals about, and
Yes.
considering the company that one of our friends outside of the esteemed tower kept, I want to see if they're if they're interacting with him, what's going on out there, because I believe someone else might have interests out there, notably our friends outside the tower. So
Fair enough. Sure.
oh well,
So
I mean,
do you want to come with us next time we go out there to investigate the place?
sure. Besides, if
great.
you run into any trouble out there, it might help to have a little
Mhm.
backup. So
I wouldn't call it
Couldn't hurt.
little.
sorry, I'm not looking for a fight, but it's been nice to have some fights. So I'm kind of getting back in that groove, and that's not a good place to be. So I need to kind of tone it back, tone it out, get a punching bag or something.
The fight comes looking for us sometimes too. So it'd be great to have you.
True. Sorry. If that is okay with you all, you can text me, Roscoe. I'll let you get Nicholas the sat phone. I'm gonna go just meander, watch the crowd, people watch sort of thing, so you guys can work out your plans. Nicholas, if you want to ride, I'll give you a ride back to your place. So yeah, but I'll be here for a bit.
If you see Matthew, just keep an eye.
Oh, of course. Genevieve exits the room.
Oh, if you excuse me just for a second, let me go grab your phone and I will be right back.
Roscoe heads down to grab the phone. While he does, it leaves Nicholas and Lamar in a room. Let's see how uncomfortable this room is now. Yep. Okay, it's about what I thought.
Yeah, Lamar is just staring at him.
Few minutes of that, and Roscoe comes back in holding a sat phone.
Okay. I've personalized it for you. You have our contacts for all the rest of the coterie. And it is a sat phone, so it's secure communications. You don't have to worry about any watching what you say over text or over voice.
Has that been? Oh, I think Genevieve told me that there's been some Inquisition issues.
We did have some, but these are safe. You don't have to worry about them. Their security's been enhanced.
Interesting.
And if Lamar or Jenny, well, no, Jenny's not in anymore. Look, opens their phone to see the contacts. It says Mr. Nicholas.
Word to the wise. Don't go to the Succubus Club.
Yep. What he said. Yeah.
I've been advised as much several times on the plane ride.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah. What else is Jenny filled you in with, just in case we need to fill anything else out?
Just making sure I hit the ground running, not trying to. I know about I think she said Resurrection Cemetery.
Don't go there either.
It might seem appealing, but don't.
I've been dying to go there.
Well, that's how most people get there, but
That was wow.
She tells me I need to make more jokes. I'm trying.
Not those kind of jokes.
I fully appreciated it. I mean, we need that. I mean, it's been dead around here.
Really?
Well, if Genevieve tells you anything, it's dead people tend to find me.
I thought you were gonna go with dead men tell no tales or something like that.
Apparently, they tell lots of tales for Mr. Nicholas. And speaking of which,
they are. My experience has generally been the deader they are, the more they talk.
well, in that
Shit,
case,
they're not different from us at all.
in that case, you are in for a hell of a conversation. Please, Lamar, let's tell him about the cabin in the woods.
Yes, Genevieve told me that there were some skeletons that were odd.
I mean, that's a kind way of putting it. We found it after the individual who was using it as his personal torture hub. After that guy bit the dust, we did some digging and we found this chamber. Had these skeletons in it. Roscoe can probably fill you in a little bit more about the mystic side of the place.
Yeah, it looks like there were a lot of people used in a blood ritual. It's beyond what I'm aware of, but they were all used to power some sort of very powerful ritual that, well, it dampened the beast, and it dampened, like, you could. Well, I'm not sure where to start. It dampened out the blood bond with the ghouls. Now, I will say that when I was down there, I noticed I got a vision that there were like chains between the bodies, the skeletons, and the altar. Now, whether they were physically chains or they were, that's a metaphor of some sort, I'm not sure. But
Real quick, did Jenny tell Nick about Mediterranean dad bod? Okay. Do my understanding is your gifts lean towards the mystical. Do you know if the bodies were meant to be a guard or possibly restraint?
I don't know the answer to that.
Interesting. I'll definitely we'll need to prepare before we go, just in case some of my talents require a little bit of preparation. But I might be able to get us some more answers.
Okay. Is there anything that Lamar and I could do to assist you in that regard?
Let me see what we let me see what I have with me, and I'll get back to both of you.
Okay.
He just kind of like stares at this phone that is completely way too new and fancy for him.
Well, you'll get the hang of it. Don't worry. Lamar's great. He uses it all the time now.
If nothing else, math you can teach me. You'll meet him sooner or later. He's enjoying himself. Excited to get out of Vegas.
Is he your assistant? or a friend?
He's a lot of things.
Okay.
I guess it's weird. When we first met, we couldn't talk about it, and then, nowadays everything is changing. I guess you could say that we're partners.
Okay.
But also ghoul.
Right. Understood.
Watch out for him in this town. Lots of stray bullets.
And he can handle himself, but yeah, I appreciate the advice.
So as this uncomfortable silence settles in, I believe a little more small talk probably happens, but then people set out for their own ways that night. Now, Jackie, she goes back to her cabaret. Do you contact Anita Wainwright to arrange a meeting? Okay. And it's for the next night, which is convenient because it'll happen right before the night before you go to Elysia.
Yep.
The rest of the coterie goes about. And Roscoe, you, of course, Samantha comes over to your place to arrange fully about where the coffee shop is. Thankfully, it's not the one that was done by where Gabrielle is, and it's not the one that Sunchi, the tea shop, Sunchi would take you to. It's actually a place that does coffee and stays open all night, kind of a thing. I mean, you're kind of shocked she didn't invite you to a Waffle House, to be honest, because it's not going for fancy. But we're going to flash to Jackie heading out to, as she's coughing over there, as we head out to see Baron Anita. She heads out to the pit. Now, Etienne, of course, is driving. We're going to let her finish coughing up her lungs. It's okay. I know. The question is, does she bring Peter with her? Or does Peter sneak in earlier? Or what's the deal with Peter that time once she's done?
Peter is kept at home.
Okay. And you head out there with Etienne. Etienne, of course, pulls up outside. Ma'am, as always, I'll wait in the car.
Thank you.
If the parking lights are on, you know.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And he sits there in the car. And when you step into the club, of course, you're a lady, so you're not paying the cover charge. They seem to let the ladies in with no cover charge, but make the men pay. Seems to be a good way to get some women in that place that normally would be a sausage fest of a type club with the mosh pit going on. But when you step in, of course, as soon as you walk into place, Maldavius comes over. Jacqueline.
Maldavis.
You know, it's been a while since you come over here, and...
I've been so busy.
Well, yeah, but how can I... This place is getting dull since your friend took fucking Genghis out. I don't like admitting that because he drove me insane. But...
You enjoy the torment.
Well, no, it was fun just grabbing him once in a while.
Yeah. Oh.
It's just not the same without him. It's really not.
Yeah, but knowing what she is, I mean, how long until she gets bored with him and he comes running back?
I mean, that's probably true. And it's going to be so fun to make fun of him when he comes back. But
exactly.
I can't tie you up. I know you have a meeting with Anita in the back. She's in her office.
It was a pleasure seeing you again.
It was. We'll have to catch up at some point because I've been hearing some interesting things about you from Joseph.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it raises some questions I'd love to talk to you
Joseph.
about. Yes. Oh, he didn't tell you his name. Interesting.
Of course not.
Oh, well, we're going to have to talk to him about that one, too.
Blonde-blue-eyed?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, he went by the name Michael.
I keep telling him that fucking... He's anything but an archangel.
I know.
can tell you that.
I know.
Okay? He seems to think he's got this look of being, I'm the archangel Gabriel or Michael, and it doesn't work for you, dude. Stop. But Yeah, it's Joe. Joseph.
Yes, well, I've heard interesting things about him as well.
Yeah. I'm sure you have. Probably half of them are true, too.
Probably.
Probably. But we'll have to catch up on that because I've
Most
got
good
some...
rumors are true.
Well, if they're good. But I have questions I'd love to talk to you about because
Absolutely.
he's told me some rather odd things that, maybe you can shed some light on it, might say.
It would be my pleasure to have a conversation with you, Matt Davis.
No, another night, though, of course, because you've got to go back and see Anita.
Of course.
And she takes you back, and she actually takes you to the back room and knocks on the office door. And you hear Anita, yeah. Matt Davis just pokes her head in the door. Mr. Ron. And she just opens the door for you.
Thank you so much, Mal Davis.
And when you come in the room, Anita's sitting at her desk, and she doesn't stand up for you. She just looks up at you. I figured you'd be by.
Oh.
Well, I mean, aside from arranging the meeting, I knew it was only a matter of time. Just please have a seat. Have a seat.
Of course.
But since you asked me for the meeting, I guess it puts it on you to tell me what we're going to talk about, right?
Absolutely. And out of her purse, she takes out a photograph that she's printed off, slides it on her desk. Do you by chance know anything about this Bruja that goes by the name of Marco?
Let me see here, and we'll roll for it. Let's see. He's vaguely familiar. Bruja, I think.
Oh, definitely Bruja.
Yeah, he's vaguely familiar. Not one of mine, no. I think he's out towards Gary.
Excellent. And she takes the photo, puts it in her purse. Thank you.
He's one of the Gary boys. If you need, go talk to Juggler. I know Juggler's gone. Evelyn.
Excellent.
She's the one to talk to in Gary.
Excellent.
Yeah. I know you didn't come out here just to show me a picture.
Actually, I did.
Oh, wow. I got the message that you sent with Little Miss Destiny.
Oh, of course.
And,
Oh.
Now, we acknowledge the debt owed.
Perfect. I know you are a capable woman. You would not be in your position if you were not. You will handle it when you see fit.
Yeah. We'll handle it when we get a chance. There's other pressing matters, but don't worry, we're not blowing off the debt owed. We keep our debts.
I'm not here to lord that over you.
It's just time frame.
I'm not here to lord that over you.
Yeah. Well, I just want to let you know we ain't forgot about it, though. According to Joe, you did a little snake hunting yourself. I don't have a problem with it. That
Of
little
course you
bitch caused nothing but problems, so.
Many didn't have a problem with it.
It's funny how that works with those people, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely, yeah. She was a piece of art of some kind.
A cheap knockoff.
Well, no, she was a piece of art. I mean, technically, spray paint's art. So, yeah. Hey, you heard from your friend Destiny lately?
It's been a little bit, but last I heard, she was doing well.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, when she's going to tire of my boy and let him come back home.
No telling.
Yeah, well,
But I'm sure he will.
I'm sure he'll tell a whole lot. That'd be interesting. Yeah, it's just, it's not for me. It's Mal Davis. She kind of seems to
She
miss
did
him.
tell me she misses him.
I've never figured out what was up with those two. She seemed to delight in torturing him, and he delighted in being tortured or something. I don't.
It's almost like siblings.
Yeah. Except that's not possible.
No, but it's interesting how we sometimes find family.
I have to say it actually is. It's just, it's odd. But I mean, while you're out here though, you got anything good to share? I could share if you can share, and those kind of things.
What could you possibly be interested in?
I mean, I know some stuff you might be interested in. So, if you've got some good info, something that I might, be useful to me, I can give you something useful to you.
Yes, but if I tell you first, how do I know what you want to tell me is going to be with the same value?
Well, how do I know what I'm going to tell you is going to be worth?
Because I am a woman who gathers information like money.
Okay, well then I'll just put this on the table here. It's no secret that some friends of yours like to run around the south side.
Indeed.
And there's a war going on down there.
Indeed.
Now, one of the combatants has got some reinforcements coming in.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Which combatant would that be?
Well, I don't know who saw fighting.
I do.
Well, I just know that one of the two sides has got some friends coming in.
Let me guess, from Gary?
No, that's the word.
Interesting. Not how I anticipated it to go.
So what you got? I'd love to know who's involved in the fight down there.
Oh, no, you wouldn't.
Oh, yes, I would. That's valuable info.
Yes, it is.
I suspect I know who...
Tell me who's sending the reinforcements and I'll give you both their names.
Evelyn. She runs Gary now. Ever since Juggler went missing, she took over in his place. She was his child. Well, is his child, I guess you could say.
Why is an anarch involving themselves in this?
Not my problem. As long as
I
it's
want
not
to
my
check her
people.
for lies.
Okay, go ahead. You're going to roll your, wits, insight?
I'm going to rouse and surge it too.
Oh, well, you're getting hungrier tonight. Well, there we go. First failed rouse check of the season.
You said it was...
Hang on, and your beast actually speaks to you in your head. You know damn well, anarchs have no business in that city. It's our city. It's the Cam city. You know damn well. It is going to be your wits insight.
Thank you. Oh, hang on. Willpower that.
She doesn't appear to be lying. You got five successes? Yep, she doesn't appear to be lying. So I told you who did it. Now who's involved in the fight?
There's something you are keeping.
No. I don't know. Don't know what's going with that. I just know that she's sending some people.
Yeah.
Probably has to do with that guy you just threw on the desk in front of me.
Yes, well, that guy decided he wanted to throw some punches at me and decided to break himself against me.
So what you're saying is you killed one of ours. Not one of mine, but...
Considering he came up into my domain and my club and tried to attack me, yes.
Well, see, you fucking Camlicks think a domain means everything.
Considering he was with Killian Roche.
That makes me wonder what the fuck he was doing with that douche nozzle. Because
That's who she's sending help to. That organization. Why would she do that?
Again, not my business. But that organization, you say?
Who's it named after?
We know who it's named after.
Mm-hmm.
It's the mob. There's only one who ran the mob for years around this city.
Mm-hmm.
But he's dead.
No, he isn't.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Well, that's an interesting bit. That's almost enough to make me forget you've been killing clanmates.
Yeah. He shouldn't have tried to kill me.
No. We won't have a beef with it right now. You came here to talk, so we'll talk. But
Is it not survival of the fittest?
no. It's funny how the ones who say that always tend to be the ones that, sit behind their tower walls, hiding behind rules. But I understand. You do what you got to do.
If one of us came up in here and started to attack you, what would you do, Anita?
Me? Maybe nothing. Mal Davis?
What would she do?
Yeah, she'd probably put an end to the problem.
Exactly.
She's not as pleasant as I am. She seems like it, but she's not.
I didn't know what his affiliation was. He was a threat. I don't tolerate threats.
My advice to you is to not bring that up if you go speak with Evelyn.
I won't.
She won't be friendly about it.
I won't.
But it does raise the question why she's sending her people to support,
Mm-hmm.
well, a tower lick.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said. So that is one. The other is One-Eyed King.
Ah, that bum? I mean, I can't get past you saying it. Let me just say it. Capone is alive.
Yes.
Well, dead, but alive.
Well, yes. Because Killian was an idiot and let it slip.
Well, that's the problem, but... And you're saying he actually had to call in support
Yes.
to take on
Yes.
a crippled beggar.
Yes.
Well, then, I guess he's fallen down. Maybe death doesn't suit him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's good info to know because, I mean, we don't have any problems with that, with the pauper king, as some around here have called him. Not down this far. But he's a dangerous one, I know that.
Oh, indeed. You don't know how much.
Oh, you don't know how much.
Yes, I do, actually.
There was... One of ours went in the city once. Well, I mean, ours go in the city all the time. One of our young ones. I think his... I don't remember his name. That's how young he was. Ralph, Rufus, something like an R name. And I only know because Genghis told me he was with him. They saw that beggar on the street. And this new guy, young, still had that fresh feeling of life in him. So he threw some money in the beggar's cup. That a little bit of generosity. Apparently that generosity wasn't returned. Because a week later, his haven burned down with him in it.
Mm-hmm.
And guess who was seen in the area at the time it happened?
That beggar?
Yep. Apparently he takes it personally. When people look at him with pity or scorn or anything that, I mean, let's be honest, any way you treat anyone that looks like that.
It makes sense.
Yeah. We'd have got hold of him if we could. Squirrely little fucker. You'd think it'd be easy to find someone that disfigured. Let me tell you, it's not easy to find. You killed one of my clan. I really shouldn't bring this up, but you know what? I understand defending yourself at least.
That's what it was. I didn't go out hunting him. I didn't go pick a fight. He picked one.
He's getting involved in shit he shouldn't have been involved with anyway.
Exactly.
I'm convinced that Pauper King uses the Undercity. And if that's the case, you might want to go speak with some of your Nosferatu friends. Because not much goes on under there they don't know about. And if it does go under there and they don't know about it, I'm pretty sure they'd like to know.
I appreciate that. And for that, I will do everything I can within my power to ensure the one that lied about Capone's death gets her justice.
Now, I know who killed him, supposedly. Same one that I got a beef with.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you handle your thing. I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to help you with that part right now.
I'm not asking your help. I'll say I'll get it done.
Okay, you do what you got to do. I've got to,
That'll make us square.
I'm hands off for now on that
Of
subject.
course you are. Of course you are. I don't care about the boyfriend. Take care of him whenever you feel like it.
Well, we'll get him. It's a matter of time. For now, we've got bigger fish.
Yes, so. Well, I appreciate your time this evening, Anita.
Yeah, I've heard that there's some sort of meeting tomorrow night.
Indeed.
Yeah,
New council members.
yeah. We've been invited to it. I don't know who I'm sending yet, but I know who I'm not sending. I won't be sending Mal Davis. She's not really welcome in there, so.
Yes,
You know how it is.
I do.
But I thank you for coming and having this meeting with me because let's just say that, you filled in some gaps I had there that hopefully at least you feel you got what you needed out of that too.
A piece. There's someone pulling strings above her, I just know it. And at that, she gets up and walks out.
And she actually looks up at you as you go to leave and be careful if you follow those strings too far. Take strong hands to hold a puppet like that.
Indeed.
Don't get hurt in the process.
I don't plan on it.
And I'm going to roll for you a hidden roll here real quick. Yeah, that's what I thought. She definitely knows more about that particular subject, about the puppeteer on that subject than she's letting on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I want to roll an insight check on that as to why she would conceal that.
Are you going to what? Your desires or ambitions?
Yeah, this is an immediate thing, so desires.
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you roll that. We see what you get. And let's see. Apparently, definitely the curse is passed on to somebody else this season. Jack, you got 4 successes on that one. She's concealing it because her interest, apparently. There's only one reason she'd be doing that, is if her and the puppeteer have a common interest at the moment.
Jackie just flashes her $1 million smile and walks out.
And as you head out, you see Mal Davis is talking to somebody you don't recognize. Let me pull up and give you a picture of him. Kind of gruff look, short, spiky hair. He's wearing a green army jacket, but it's not like camouflaged. She's just over talking with him, and she don't even acknowledge as you're setting out to leave. As she's leaned in talking close with him.
I'm not even going to say a word. I'm just going to walk right out.
Okay. And when you get out there, Etienne's got the parking lights on. But he's not waiting outside the car, so he was just warning you somebody was near the car while
Okay.
you were at.
And when she gets in, she asks, what happened?
Some dude, green army jacket, spiky hair, dark hair. He was eyeballing the car, got awful close to it, didn't get right up on it, but he was really interested in this vehicle for some reason.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I know it stands out, but it doesn't stand out that much.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would tell you, ma'am, he carries himself like somebody who knows how to handle his business.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that. I've seen it before.
I saw him inside the bar.
Yeah. Well, I've seen his type before. That's a killer.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Not
know
the
who he
first-
is.
Etienne, so are you.
Well, I know, but you know it's my job to warn you, ma'am.
I know. I appreciate it, but thank you.
So if you see him again, just
I know.
take it under advisement.
I will.
Where are
Oh.
we heading? Back to the cabaret tonight?
No. I need to think. Take me home.
Yes, ma'am. And you all set out. And now we're going to flash to the night of Elysia, because where are you gathering? You're going to come as a unified group, I assume, because that's the way you should appear in Elysia. Assume competence. Where are you meeting up to head to Elysia at? Anyone have ideas?
Roscoe's bookstore.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Now, as you all get to Roscoe's bookstore, once again, who gets there first as Roscoe's closing up the shop? There's my match. That's the $1 million question.
I would imagine I would be there first.
Oh, not no shit.
You know,
Let me
Lamar
make a
will be
note.
there.
Punish Roscoe. Lamar, you were next.
Lamar will be there, sure.
Yeah, because you have interest in Southside a lot, so you're not far from it. As you're pulling up, you see that same girl coming out the shop. Same one you saw last time. She was in there, Roscoe, just looking through your books. Kept cutting eyes at you the whole time because you've got a date. Actually, tomorrow night is Friday night because Elysia is Thursday. So, but she was in there just looking through the books again tonight.
Good evening, Miss Samantha. How you doing?
Do you know me?
Yes, I do. I'm Jimmy. We met the other day at the coffee shop.
No, I'd remember you.
Well, you know what? I got one of those faces, and clearly a woman of your stature and eloquence. Probably a lot of gentlemen callers who you run into on a regular basis.
Wait a minute.
I'm
Whoa.
not offended. Not offended that you don't remember me, but it's okay.
Did you just imply I have a lot of gentlemen callers?
I
Lamar,
did.
roll wits insight, please. I gotta see if you can catch this part. Three's enough. There's legitimate anger in her eyes. And for someone facing down an obvious predator, she's not intimidated. You know, if we were at a coffee shop, I think I'd throw my drink in your face for that comment. And she looks over, I'll see you tomorrow night, Roscoe. And without another word or a look at you, Lamar, she stomps out of the store, and you can actually hear her footfalls as she leaves the place stomping.
Bye, Miss Samantha.
Damn, Lamar, what'd you say?
You know, I thought I was paying her a compliment, but you know, I keep forgetting things are different now.
the rest of the coterie can enter scene when you're ready.
I imagine Nicholas would be, because he hasn't been here before, he's probably arriving with Jenny.
I was about to say Genevieve was probably picked up Nicholas. She's keeping him near Phoenix, so short drive. So she's brings them in. She's walking through the door.
And
with,
Evan has tried the whole ride there, tried to make you smile with just the most vapid, inane comments, but it didn't seem to work.
Yes. Genevieve told Evan to leave the car running and not to get out when they got there, but
He's
when
not
she
interested in a bookstore, I can tell you that.
Well, should have made him come in then. When she enters, she's just like, hello, are you open?
Oh, come on in, Jenny. Mr. Nicholas, come on in.
Mr.
Buy her a blueberry
Immediately,
muffin.
like, Nicholas starts looking at the books. Just kind of like seeing what he has, see if anything catches his eye.
And then Jackie arrives last because she's traveling from inside the loop to come down to Southside and then backtrack to inside the loop. Good evening, everyone.
Oh, hi, Jackie.
Hi. Roscoe, can I borrow your back room for just a moment?
Absolutely. Sure.
Lamar, could you join me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Buy her a muffin. Women love muffins. And he follows Jack.
Okay. I will turn it over to Jackie and Lamar real quick.
She closes the door and she speaks barely above a whisper. Capone is getting reinforcements from Gary.
Gary would want to help Capone.
It's run by an anarch. But I'll tell you, I spoke with Anita last night. Anita knows there's a puppet master. But she warned me to be careful of chasing those strings. She knows who it is.
So the anarchs, or an anarch, is backing Capone's play here.
Because
against the
someone else is directing her to.
Ugh, so much elder bullshit around here.
Not necessarily that. Not necessarily that. I mean, possibly, it's likely an elder, but it may not be like what we're dealing with the super old ones.
So, I mean, what's the play here then? Do we wait and see how it shakes out? Do we...
We need to talk to Waneka.
Yeah. In fact, I was going to ask for your help to go and talk to him anyway, but this sounds like a good reason as any.
Absolutely.
Just in case.
Absolutely.
Can't believe that. An anarch helping someone from the Camarilla. Never thought I'd see the day.
Mm-hmm. Just wanted to let you know.
Well, if it's going to keep up like this...
Because she told me that's where Marco came from, and that he was anarch. She got a little pissed that he was killed, and I took responsibility for that.
Maybe they should keep a better handle on their fucking people then.
No, I explained the situation, and she understood.
Good. I'd hate to... Yeah. I'd hate to
She
have
and I
another
are not
misunderstanding.
enemies. We are not friends, but we are not enemies.
Thank you for the heads up. But, yeah, when you want to talk to him, let me know. I will go with you.
I'll let you know. And then we'll come out.
Okay. And you come back out in the room. I assume there wasn't much to talk about with Nicholas looking at books and Jenny and Roscoe just staring at each other. But
nah. Genevieve's just going to be like, brown chicken, brown cow. Sorry.
They're not in there very long before they come out.
Oh, it doesn't take very long when you know what you're
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I'm watching just with interest to see what it is Mr. Which books Mr. Nicholas is looking at?
He's perusing more so to see what you have, but then obviously looking for like any like older books, ritual stuff. Obviously, if anything,
there is an odd Egyptian tablet. Well, you think it's Egyptian. It's an odd tablet that it's roped off with a sign that specifically says "Don't touch," but you do see that in the place.
He'll make like a mental note of it. He's not gonna touch it
because Roscoe never moved it. It's still sitting there. So they come back out. Are you planning to take everybody in one vehicle?
Yes. Jackie has the limo tonight.
Then I think the perfect way to do this is for you all to pile up in the vehicle and you can have your talk on the way over to Elysia. Because any talk you can have on the ride over, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I turn it over to the players with Etienne driving. Peter tonight is not going with you all.
Mm-hmm.
He is nearby.
Mm-hmm.
That's for Jackie's reference.
Yep.
Watching basically the Elysia from a distance in case. And I turn it over to the players as you ride over to Elysia.
It was just a joke. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm in a mood, so.
I didn't even hear it.
Good.
Honestly, I just have so much on my mind.
It's understandable. Like I said, fucking Chicago.
All the way something.
What was this?
that was me agreeing with you.
Oh. Okay.
That was just like you said the words, you took the words right out of my mouth, because otherwise I was just gonna say Chicago bullshit.
I apologize. I thought maybe there was some sort of new hand signals you guys had worked out while I was out of town, so that's why I was double checking. I apologize. No, I'll be on my best behavior tonight. We all know Nicholas will. That was
It will be fine.
Does he have any other kind of behavior? I mean,
Oh, you'll see the other behavior soon enough. Not tonight, soon enough, but not tonight. So I'm sorry. It's just it's good. It's good to get out. It's good to be back around, friends and people I don't mind spending my own life around. So, which sounds really backhanded. I apologize. That's not what I mean. It's just it was nice to be back in Vegas, but it's I don't want to say it's nice to be back in Chicago because that'd be a lie, but
So Vegas, what's it like?
Heard
it gets hot there.
Yes, but it can also get cold at night. It's a desert. But there's lots of lights, lots of people, lots of money. There's all kinds of things in Vegas. I did offer Mr. Rond, sorry, Jackie. I apologize. I'm good for one a night. I did promise Jackie that I would have to take her to Vegas sometime. We would do Vegas, but I mean, I guess we could maybe all of us could use a vacation at some point. So
you two tearing up Vegas. I would go just I go just to follow that trail instruction. I'd go just for the kicks.
There would definitely be a trail, and it's like Nicholas is like says nothing, and it's just like he's just listening to everybody, and it's just the one comment out of nowhere.
Do you always do that?
That was perfect.
Not say anything for like 56 and a half minutes, and then at like 57 you throw out like 4 words and then say nothing else for like another 2 hours? Is that a thing that we got to get used to?
Not intentionally. I've been told I need to loosen up.
yeah.
I'm working on it.
It'll take time. You'll get used to us.
I think that once he loosens up some, he can write a memoir, and then he'll be loosey goosey. So That was a joke. Fuck.
Well, we are here.
And of course, tonight it's listed as a private expo, invite only. The art is actually, it seems to be some sort of world tour of paintings through the ages, it's called. It seems to have everything from, the last 1,000 years included in it. But as you approach the place, Nicholas, you feel a slight pressure push against your chest briefly. And you know exactly what this means. Izzy can't go in. That's her way of telling you she can't follow you in there. You don't know why, but she can't.
Jacqueline,
Yes.
can I speak to you?
Yes. And she'll step back a bit from on the stairs.
I have a problem.
What is it?
Do you trust your driver?
Implicitly.
So you'll see him reach behind and he'll pull a necklace off.
Would you like for me to have him wear it?
Please understand me when I tell you, and I don't mean this lightly. I know we're new to each other. If anything happens to this necklace, I will kill whoever I have to get it back.
You have nothing to concern yourself when it comes to Etienne.
And then he's really trepidatious about handing it over.
I guarantee you it will be returned to you exactly as it is.
And then he'll release it into her hand.
And she'll take it, and she'll walk back to Etienne.
And when you get back to the vehicle, Etienne actually steps out of the vehicle. I knew you were coming back. I just don't know why.
Yes. Nicholas needs you to keep this. Put it on.
He looks at it.
You need to guard it.
Yes, ma'am. And he actually puts it around his neck. And when he does, you see him shiver slightly.
I am very sorry.
It is cold.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Stay in the car. Keep it safe. We will return it to him when we exit.
And he just nods and gets back in the vehicle. And then Jackie returns to the group.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get to the door, there's two really big guys there. Both of them with red bandanas actually on there, tied around one leg. They look you up and down. You're on the list. Go in. And when you go inside, it's packed. Pretty much all the kindred of the city are here. I'm going to have everybody roll Ritz awareness real quick as you're going in, because this is a rather chaotic place with this many kindred. I mean, it's a big museum. It can hold a lot, but they're not kept in the whole place. It's mainly to the expo area. Yes?
Does my instincts specialty apply?
Sure. I will let you use that. Ritz awareness from everybody. Let's see what you get. Lamar 3. 2 from Roscoe. A Jackie 3, not bad. Lamar, Jenny, and Jackie. I mean, pretty much you see all the kindred here, but one thing stands out that catches your eye. Let's see who, wait a minute, Nicholas 2? Nope. Then it's just Jenny.
Sorry,
Jackie.
it didn't show the dice roll
And Lamar.
for some reason. Oh, there it did. It lagged.
Okay. Yep.
So
Jenny's got
on
enough
my
for sure.
reroll,
4,
I have
5,
a
6,
crit.
7.
Yep.
7 with a
So-
crit.
You all see the oddest thing. It's Jenny, Jackie, and Lamar. I'll give you something special here in a second, Jenny. The oddest thing is that Kathy and Nero are here. Nero's not speaking. He stands there with a even more passive look than you've ever seen him. Now, Jenny, you haven't met either one of them, but it stands out to you mainly because you've never seen anyone this passive. But with your successes, you also notice that he doesn't move unless she seems to guide him. Whoever these two individuals are. One is a rather gorgeous woman, and one is a beautiful man that is so cold. He's almost inhuman with his coldness, but he doesn't move. He doesn't even blink. He only moves, it seems, when she places her hand on his back and pushes or guides him somewhere. Then he just does a shuffling move. Now, you've got a little bit of time before the festivities are to begin. So if there's anything the coterie would like to do, you can let me know now and we can see. But pretty much, I mean, everyone is here. It is a madhouse. You do see some odds and ends, people privately stepping aside. It seems to have, huddled conversations. You do see, Jackie, you do notice that Critus and Cedric are actually in close conversation at the moment.
Jackie's actually going to walk over to Kathy and Nero.
Okay. And when you come over there, does anyone follow her? Lamar, you recognize that they were there. The only ones who didn't is Roscoe and Nicholas. Though I guess you noticed the moment Jackie starts walking over towards them.
Yes, Lamar's going to walk over there. He's going to lag just a little bit behind Jackie, but he will walk over there.
And Kathy looks over. You can't make her expression, Jackie, as you come over, but then she notices Lamar and she smiles. A radiant smile lights up her face.
Oh, Jackie knows that act. She walks up with a smile.
Hello, Jackie.
Hello, Kathy. And Nero, my friend.
He's not talkative tonight. He's not been talkative for a few days. And Nero doesn't even look your way. He just stands there like a statue.
She takes his hand.
It's limp when you pick it up. He just lets you move it and hold it and go wherever you want with it.
She looks at Kathy with obvious concern in her eyes.
Like I said, he's been like this a day or two, a couple days. He'll snap out of it. He's always been weird. Hey, Lamar.
Hey, Kathy. Good to see you here tonight.
I'm off punishment, you could say. Our date got interrupted, though. Another night?
Did. You know what? We'll definitely, let's get something on the books.
Yeah, once he starts acting right, we'll have a date. Right now, I kind of can't go anywhere without him.
No, take your time. We got time. Do what you need to do.
Yeah, I think he'd kind of spoil the fun. And she looks over at him, and when she looks over at him, you can see the concern in her eyes, though it's not as strong as you would have expected. That goes for Jackie and Lamar. So, and Kathy leans in. So I've heard all kinds of rumors about what's going on tonight. Do you want to hear the funniest one? Jackson's going to step down. Going to name Sovereign as prince, and he's going to...
Right.
I said it was the funniest one.
Yes. Indeed, that is hilarious.
Somebody
Who has
fed on
that pipe
someone.
dream?
Oh, not gonna say who said that. Okay, I'm gonna spoil it anyway. That was Evan's. You've not met Evan Klein? Raymond Falcon. He was the one playing the.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He had the saxophone that night with Baby Chorus. That was his. We know it's bullshit, but
Are you all still performing?
once in a while. We've been kind of busy. We've not been going to play there as much lately because we've got. Damien's been pushing this new, getting this album done.
Mm.
He wants to get that released, before the holiday. Which, I keep telling him.
TikTok.
Yeah, we're running out of time. What, 2-3 weeks? I mean, come on. But, thankfully, Nero had already written a bunch of lyrics for us because he's not exactly in condition to do anything right now. He'll be fine. He'll get through it.
Jackie just gently brushes his arm. Says, I hope that is true.
Yeah. He's always been odd like this. Well, not like this, but he'll get through it. I'm sure.
If you need my assistance, Kathy. And Jackie just smiles and walks away.
And as soon as you let his hand go, it just falls limply to his side. Just drops. And as you start to walk away, she looks over at you, Lamar. Is anyone looking to meet with anyone in particular during this Elysia event? I mean, it's busy.
In scanning, does Genevieve see Bobby Weatherbottom anywhere not like attached to the prince?
Actually, you do see him. He is eyeballing rather hard a woman you've never seen before. She's got a hoodie pulled up, but you've caught glimpses. It looks like half her face has been almost burned.
Huh.
But he is standing by himself and he keeps eyeballing her like hard. And then obviously keeps trying. Every time she looks his way, he tries to look like he's not looking at her. And she's grinning the whole time.
Genevieve is going to kind of like work her way over. She wants to just go up behind Bobby and I want to run my finger up the back of it, like his back, and just be like, hey, lover boy.
Okay, let me see here. Yeah, when you do that, he jumps a good 3 feet, spins around. Miss Schutz.
Hey.
If I wasn't dead, you'd have given me a fucking heart attack.
Sometimes that's the kindness of life.
And then he kind of slips into, it's all cool. I understand. You do what you got to do.
Yeah, totally. You know what to do. Did you know if you want to pick up ladies, you staring at them doesn't get you anywhere?
I'm not staring at anybody. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I see what you're doing.
You're about as obvious as taking out like 10 billboards all in a row.
Look, that bitch Gabriella deserves it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
She's lucky. She's lucky that I've been too busy lately. Otherwise, I'd have done shut her stream down again.
Okay.
Little complaint here, little complaint there, a couple bot armies here and there. Boom, she gets shut down for terms of service again.
Is that what is that like your whole thing? Do you just like hate women or something?
No, just her.
Oh, you seem to hate me because you were giving me a nasty look the first time we met. So,
that. I apologize if I came off wrong. I just was in a hurry. Like I said, I had a meeting, and you all were kind of interrupting me.
Oh, Bobby. When I'm in a hurry, I don't give people a look that says, God, I hope someone sticks a pitchfork in your face.
But I'm sure that people do that every once in a while, give you that look.
No. People with an IQ higher than 60 don't do that.
And his eyes actually narrow. And people with any intelligence don't go around insulting me like this unless they want their bank accounts closed.
Oh, Bobby, if you're going to give me the foreplay, don't tease me too much. I kind of start reaching my hand out towards his face, then I pull it back. I'm like, oh, maybe another time.
Definitely another time.
Oh, Bobby, we're gonna tango under the moonlight. It's gonna be so romantic. And then Genevieve turns and starts walking over towards Gabriella.
Okay, let me roll something here real quick on my end. I gotta roll this. Because I know the other members of the coterie. Yeah, that's what I thought. As she walks away, the other members' coteries almost, he's not breathing, he's a kindred. But you can see him like deflate as she walks off from him puffing up. As she walks away.
That is Bobby Weatherbottom, biggest coward in the fucking city.
While Lamar's at it, he's going to scan the room. Does he see Alexa anywhere?
No. She's
Okay, good.
not in it. You don't see her. You don't see Damien. You don't see any of his hounds.
Yeah, Lamar just wanted to make sure he could find, if he could see her, he wanted to be on the room of the side of the room she was not on. So
You don't see Sovereign or Ballard or Jackson.
Is a Luke in the room?
Oh, yes. He's actually at the moment talking to Amelia.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
They seem to be in a very animated discussion. Her hands are doing this stuff at him and,
Mm-hmm. I won't interrupt. Instead, I'll work my way over to Melina.
Oh, she's not hard to find.
Mm-mm.
Let's see, Jenny, you went over to who you obviously think is Gabriella. Roscoe, have you at least acknowledged Gabriella in the place?
Oh yeah. I gave her a nod and a wink.
And Jenny, when you get over, Gabriella actually looks at you, eyeballs you up and down. Genevieve Schutz. Can I call you Jenny?
Sure. Anybody? Okay, so I have to say, big fan of whatever it is you're doing because Mr. Weatherbottom seems to fucking hate you, and so
That fucking amateur. That fucking amateur little shit. Fucking script kid. He thinks he can fucking take me.
well, I'll be honest with you. Sorry, you're Gabriella, correct?
Oh yes, I
Okay.
thought you knew that.
I
figured
he said it's Gabriella, and I just want to make sure I'm not talking to the wrong person.
Well, the way
It's
you
just-
come over, I figured Roscoe told you who I was.
He might have. I'm sorry. It's been so fucking busy. I do apologize.
And Roscoe, you
This-
saw her point at you.
The phones.
Yeah, that's.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
they didn't come from. I was
No.
the messenger.
Okay. Yes. Either way, excellent work. Thank you. No, I just wanted to come over and introduce myself formally and thank you for being a thorn in Mr. Weatherbottom's side because I don't know. He's my new target of whatever it is that I'm doing. So I need something to keep myself entertained, and he seems like a good fill-in.
She pulls out a business card, and it actually says, "Sugar Pop Security. If he gives you any problem, just give me a call."
Oh, thanks. Genevieve pulls out a business card. For you as well. If you need any business, I don't know. I mean,
She
I do a
looks
lot of
at it.
things.
She goes, "I already had your number, but okay." And she tucks it in her pocket.
Oh, okay. Well, perfect. It's the formalities that make us a society, Gabriella. So,
Well, that's what they tell me, but I mean, the formality, it's all good.
well, I'm sorry. It was a pleasure to meet you. I won't take up any more of your time. But keep doing whatever it is you're doing.
Well, it's
Maybe I'll
nice
figure it
meeting
out
you.
someday.
Tell Roscoe I said hey. And
Okay.
I'll probably be talking to him. Just let Roscoe know I've the stuff he was asking me about a day or two, I should have an answer for him.
Okay.
He'll know what it's about.
Of course. I'm sure he will. Thank you.
Okay. And Jackie, you go over, and as soon as you get near Melina, she actually comes over and she gives you a hug and kisses you on each cheek.
And Jackie returns.
And when she leans in, she whispers, "Oh my God, we got a Primogen."
Fucking finally.
Then she leans back, "Jacqueline, how are you doing?"
Wonderful, Melina. How are you?
Busy. You would think this time of year's not as busy, but it's actually a pretty busy time right now for us. So many damn families are calling in about, toilets getting stopped up and the plumbing screwed up because Uncle Joe went and flushed the wrong thing down the toilet again. It's killing me.
It's those holiday dinners, I tell you.
But it's good money, so my crews are keeping busy and they're running out there.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
All that matters is that business is booming.
That is what counts, and
Of course, it's a busy time for my establishments as well.
all those. I can imagine all those Christmas parties.
Yes.
People got to have somebody on their arm when they go in, and it's all about the looks.
And armor from the gold diggers, and yes.
Yep. I can see it. Because we got to clean up after all that.
I know.
Oh,
See, I get you business too.
yeah, I know. It's just such a busy time. And then, we got things like this going on. I understand and all, but. And she looks around and she goes, "I don't even like half these people." And she says it loud enough for them to hear it.
I swear, Melina, you are like a breath of fresh air.
And when she said that, you can actually hear Amelia's laugh from like halfway across the room. Like
Jackie's laughing too.
It comes out loud.
And Jackie leans in. The same goes for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just got to do what you got to do, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
And granted, it's better than sitting around and having to do another team meeting to talk about which crews are going where. But I mean, I like art as much as the next girl, but come on now.
Yes.
I mean, on the plus side, my crew's coming in cleaning up afterwards.
Excellent.
Get money on both ends of that.
Honey, get that. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I guess, connections do help a little bit around here.
They do. They do.
So how are you doing?
Busy. Very busy, not just with business, with personal matters too. It's just been insane.
After you brought your friend and introduced her at the
Yes, Jenny.
Blue Velvet.
She's here tonight.
Yeah, we're going to have to find a girls' night one night just to go out and
I would love that.
and party because and she raised her voice. "We even get that bitch Amelia to come too."
I would love that.
And then you hear Amelia laugh again, and Luke is looking really. Every time his conversation gets interrupted, he gets upset at it. And Melina leans in. I just love tweaking his nose.
You and me
Stuffed up
both.
fucking little shit.
Yes. Overinflated ego on that one.
Yeah, that's true there. But I've got to do my circulation. I've got to.
I do too.
If I seem too long talking to one person, they're going to think we're plotting again.
I know.
So, yeah. Plus, there's a couple of deals I got in the works. I got to get some.
Handle your business, Melina.
You too. And I'm sure I'll get with you in a few days and we'll figure out a girls' night.
You have my number.
And she leans in and gives you a kiss on both cheeks again and then backs up. And while this is going on, you actually see Damien finally come out of one of the back rooms, and he just starts doing this to people to wave them into the side room of the expo. And as you go in there, you notice that there's actually a small stage set up with a bunch of chairs on it. And now you see Alexa. She's actually standing on the stage to one side, Sovereign's standing on the other side, and Ballard's corpulent self is actually sitting in a chair in front. Actually sitting in two chairs. He's a little bit wide for a single chair. And as you come in the room, Sovereign actually walks up. He doesn't use a microphone, but he talks loud enough for everybody to hear. "Please, everyone, please, gather around, please. The prince is about to come out to speak with his court. and his subjects. Now, the Goatery, of course, I assume you all gather together to keep that unified front thing.
Mhm.
And it's not long after you see everyone piled in the room that Jackson comes out wearing, again, a nice tailored suit. And when he comes out, no mic needed for him either, except his voice, where Sovereign's is kind of nasally and whiny, his voice just booms through the place. Good evening, kindred of Chicago. I know you're busy. You can't all meet like this on the same night. But there's important court business that must be attended to. There have been changes in the city, and I know rumors go about. Everyone can roll wits awareness if you're looking for said necklace. Or you can go wits investigation, intelligence investigation, something like that. Pick one. Something that would involve study and looking. Wow, 4 on Jenny, nice. 3 on
I don't know
Lamar.
if that's a detail Nicholas would have been given necessarily, so
no,
I'm not going to roll.
I don't think you would have on that one. Jenny got a 4. Waiting on Roscoe's roll.
Trying to figure out what the best roll would be.
Count up your dice. It's a pretty simple concept. You count your dice. For you, you get 5 if you do intelligence investigation, but you also get 5 if you do, or 6 if you do wits awareness. So wits awareness.
Okay.
So we'll let you roll yours. 4 is pretty good. 6. Wow. Jenny, you can't tell, but Roscoe was 6 and a crit. I will give you, it's a messy crit, but I'll give it to you anyway on this one. There's definitely something under his suit jacket, under his shirt, that you suspect could be that necklace under his shirt. Just leaves a lump. It's very hard to detect. You need a lot of successes for that one, but I give it to you on that. And he looks out. There have been changes in the Primogen Council of the city. As of tonight, I'm going to announce Rosa Hernandez is no longer Primogen of the Gangrel. In her place, Khadija Al-Kinde has been named Primogen of the Banu Hakim and Clan Gangrel. So if you are of either of those clans, you will now speak with her if you have matters to bring before the court. Now, on this subject, Primogen Khalid has stepped down. In his place, he has named Cedric Calhoun as his replacement, and I have decided to allow this. Primogen Calhoun, I'm sure, will do a marvelous job. As many in my court understand, Primogen Newberry disappeared some time ago. And while we do not know where he went, we cannot leave a Primogen seat unfilled. So, after speaking with the Primogen Council, we have decided that Bronwyn will now be Primogen for Clan Malkavian. And you hear some whispers at that one because a number of the people in this room don't know who Bronwyn is. Never even heard of Bronwyn. I present to you our new Primogen Council. And as he says that, out steps the current members of the Primogen Council. The first one to come out is, of course, Annabelle. Followed by Critus, because, of course. Then you have Khadijah, Bronwyn, oddly enough, Cedric is the last one to come out. And then there's a final woman that comes out. Jenny, you recognize her. She's the woman that Jackie was speaking with. I'm sure you all noticed there's somebody else up here. I am proud to announce Clan Ventru will now have representation. I know I did not feel it was needed before, but I listened to the members of my court, and they expressed a desire to have representation for Clan Ventru. Many of you already know Naomi Stewart. She has done well in the city since her arrival, and I am sure she will make a great addition to the council. And yeah, Jackie, you actually see Melina look over at you and wink.
And Jackie does not change her expression at all.
Now I know all of you are going to be proper in the way you address the new Permagent Council. But I want you to know the city remains as stable as ever. Vacancies were filled, replacements were made, and we will continue to move forward. Also, while I have everyone here, once again the Lupine and their territories are off limits to all kindred of my domain. The war has been averted for now. I will not tolerate anyone violating the terms of the truce. Do not force me to make an example of any of you. Now, refreshments are provided. Please enjoy your night. And he steps down, and as he steps down, you actually see, as he's walking off the stage, his hand just briefly brush his chest, like he's touching something through his shirt as he walks away. And as soon as he comes off the stage, then the murmurs start. And the one thing you all notice as we're closing this episode, Annabelle is cutting daggers at the new Ventru Primogen. Apparently, she is not happy with that announcement at the end. This is where, everyone, we're going to end episode 1 of season 5 of Windy City After Dark. There's a new Primogen Council. And yes, Clan Ventru even has representation. The only ones now who don't, well, La Sombra and Tremere, who are still, oddly enough, denied their seat. And I'd like to thank everyone for coming. Please, right now, over here, pop over to Discord. Vote on the episode 1 viewer vote. Give your viewer vote to somebody. Come on now, viewer vote. People want to get, some XP off this. Also, plus join us on the Discord, because guess what? This is where we cast our shows. Speaking of that, I have a casting call open right now for Achtung Cthulhu. So you can go punch cultists and Nazis at the same time. I mean, come on, who doesn't want to punch Nazis and cultists at once? Sometimes they're Nazi cultists, sometimes they're one or the other. Either way, they get punched. Sometimes shot. Come on and sign up. I'm casting for it. Casting call will close Friday, so it's open for a week. Join us on the Discord. Maybe you can get to play with us. Also, check out our friends over here. We got a whole list of friends. Good people over there. One of the people on that list, Mischievous Red, she will be joining us next week. She was at PAX U this weekend, so she was unable to attend it, which is great, because then we can add her character too. Man, I'm so out of practice with this. Catch our back episodes on YouTube over here. We got a whole YouTube list. Check it out. Also, new merch. We've got the season 5 merch. You want to get you a nice coffee cup or something that has the new characters in it? You can do that. It's right there in the merch store. Trust me. You need to at least get this Windy City poster. It would be this one, that sits behind me right here. That's in the merch store. You can get that one too.
It's even on a notebook, too. That way, if you don't have the wall space, you can get it on a spiral notebook.
Yep, that's important to have too. If you want to give something to the players, of course, all bits and donations, they go to the players of the game, not to the studio. If you want to support the studio, you can either subscribe here on Twitch, or you can pop over to our Ko-fi. And if you don't want to give Twitch half the money, because Twitch takes half, because of course they do. Twitch is a pimp, in case you didn't know this. You can donate on Ko-fi or Ko-fi, and that right here in chat as well. That'll help us out. That way you can support the studio. And now I'm going to turn it over to my wife, who knows the schedule, because I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I like to let her do it.
During December, a lot of our game masters have been taking some time off because they've been hustling since basically summer. So we're basically just rolling with. Today was Vampire. Tomorrow's going to be Curse of Strahd. More vampire goodness, only set in D&D 5e. So join Tamshu and his crew with Curse of Strahd tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then we will be back here on Sunday with episode 2 of season 5 of Windy City After Dark at 5 p.m. Eastern with our final new cast member, Mischievous Red, joining us as Isabella Caputo of Clan Toreador.
Yep, and she'll get to deal with Annabelle. And also get to deal with the fact that every time somebody says Izzy or Isabel, poor Nicholas is going to get confused as shit. And I'm going to point out, when they were doing their session 0, that was not coordinated. That just happened. And then as they sat down and realized what was happening, they're like, oh, wow, this is going to be funny. So I just want to go with that. And thank you, everyone, for coming for season 5. As always, mental health, everybody, it's not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. Please take mental health seriously. Check in on friends and family. It's the holiday season. People are not okay during the holiday season. Please check in on them. Try to be that lifeline. Just be a friendly voice to them. And if you do suffer from mental health and having trouble with the holiday, like many of us are, in chat right now, we've got a list of numbers you can call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call them, talk to them, text them. Anything, just get the help you need, because it's okay to not be okay. And mental health is health, everybody. We take that very seriously here at McStabber Studios, and holidays a rough time for a lot of people. And if you are one of the people that aren't having a rough time at it, cool. A lot of us are having a rough time. So I'm also now going to turn this over, of course, to my lovely wife. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot to mention, if you're not in the U.S., there's a link that'll let you pull up the support lines in your country, because I know not everybody here watching is in the U.S. like we are. So I'm going to turn it over to my wife, who's going to give now we have 2 nurses back in this one, and I'll turn it over to her.
Yes, absolutely. Me, Mama McStabber, nicest mean nurse you'll ever meet, is going to tell you, go get your COVID shot if you have not done so yet. Get your booster if you are 18 and older in the U.S. Please go get your booster. And if you have not done so, go get your flu shot as well. I got my booster and my flu shot, same day, same arm. I was down for like a day, and then I was back up feeling normal. So really, just go get it done. Help save yourself, save lives around you. Please, please go get your vaccines.
Get your damn shots, please.
That's right. And thank you, everyone, for coming to the Season 5 premiere. Thank you to our new player who's here this time. Welcome, Timber Brad, to the table. Welcome, Nicholas, to the group. This should be an interesting season. In case those who didn't catch it, we've laid a lot of plot lines in this episode that's showing what's coming this season. So I thank you all for coming, and good night, everybody.